Howdy. Alright, g'day Daiwa fans, Tom Slater here. I've got Taka Kawasaki with me, product planner at Daiwa Australia. He's the guy in charge of all the awesome hard body lures that you see us bringing out in the fishing line. And really exciting day for you today. We're out here in Middle Harbour and we've got one of the latest additions to the INFEET lure range, the INFEET Reflex. There's a really cool kind of backstory to this lure which we'll get into throughout the day, but kind of all happened out of an Instagram message I sent to Taka saying, can you contact this guy? I want to buy some lures, and what it's morphed into over the last few years is the invention of this little vibe. So we're going to fish out here in Middle Harbour, throw them around some boats and some poles and stuff, and try and catch some bream, and yeah, come along for the ride. Should be good. On boat. Get snagged first cast. Perfect. Up to you, Taka. Just like that. Oh, don't lose the lure, Taka. Thanks, Steve Morgan. That's his spot. Oh yeah, I do have a net, actually. Need a net? Alright.
Very healthy bream. Good to actually take one off. In a while. Pretty good. All I did is cast the boat, let it sink. Because while this lure is sinking, it's got like a little nice shimmer. So I think that was hitting on the drop because I felt that little tap while it's dropping, which is really good. As soon as it hit the bottom, it was already on there, so set the hook, wind him in, got him done.
That's one. It's like a little snapper or something. Tiny little snapper. Very common catch when you're fishing boats in Sydney. You let it get to the bottom. Usually snapper sit underneath the boats. Bream will tend to eat it on the drop as it's falling, so the bream will kind of sit mid-water or high on the boat. If you have live or forward-facing sonar, you'll see the bream actually suspending under the boat. Generally when you catch a bream, they'll follow it to the bottom and either eat it on the drop or eat it when it gets to the bottom. Whereas if you're hopping it on the bottom underneath the boat, that's when you catch a lot of snapper.
Tiny.
Oh my god, that's so
tiny. Small guy with small fish. There you go. Second one for the day. Not the size we want, so let him go and see if we can catch a bigger one.
See the line?
Yeah, it just took off.
Take off there. That was a bad cast too. Didn't matter.
He wanted it.
He did, didn't he? Terrible cast, smashed into the pole. No line.
The line took off.
There you go, first one for me for the morning, in the Reflex. Not a big one, but first for the morning on the Reflex. And one of the shell pattern colours that we're doing, which is pretty cool. As I said, it wasn't a great cast, it literally smashed it into the pole, wasn't paying attention. Looked back and my line was about 5 metres away, so that's the kind of bite you want. They hook themselves, swim away from the structure, that's perfect. It only was twice as big. Beauty, let's get another one.
go. Third one for the day for me. So Tom found the lure. They make like a little bit bigger size compared to those ones. So these are 38 mil, but they make them in 50 and 70.
57 and 70, I think.
Yeah, and then he used to use them, and turned out the guy that designs it, makes it, is actually owns one of the factory that we deal with. So Tom found them and he goes, "Can you get in touch with them?" Like Tom was saying before, and I got in touch with them, and then
I wanted to buy some more.
Yeah.
'Cause I lost my last one. And the Instagram page hadn't been active for like 2 years, and I said to Taka, like, "Can you message the Instagram page and see like if they're still around, and can we still buy some lures?" And then, yeah, what did he message you back? Like, "Oh, you work for Daiwa."
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, you work for Daiwa."
Lures for you.
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, great. Well, let's meet up." So we went Yokohama Trade Show a couple of years back now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, had a bit of a meeting with him, and he goes, and I said to him, "Oh, have you got a smaller version of those? Because that's what we sort of like looking for." And he goes, "Actually, we're making a little one." He came out with this one. And I'm like, "Oh, perfect." And from there, it took a while to get the actions right. A couple of samples, like a twirling in the water, didn't like have enough, like a proper action that we wanted.
So the cool thing about the bigger ones is they swam on the drop like that. They're really good for bass. So that action in a smaller one would be
Bang on for Bream.
Yeah, awesome for what we do here.
So from there, we went on and back and forth. We had a couple of samples through, tested it, caught a few fish and did a colour. And yeah, so here we are now. There's a cool story behind it. And the fact that we got to work with someone different too. Like we always do our own development, but having someone helping us is something different.
So the good thing with the Reflex is it swims on the drop really nicely. So very basic technique, straight through fluoro I like, you know, give a bit of slack, and then you're basically just managing your line. So kind of rod tip up, and I'm watching the line as it's sinking, trying to keep in contact with it, but not have a tight line, because you don't want to slow down the sink or interfere and pull it away from the boat. And then pretty much just let it hit the bottom. So we're in about 25 foot of water, so it's still a little bit too deep on these boats, but let it hit the bottom, and then basically 1 or 2 hops and I'm winding up and going again, because I'm really looking for those active fish that are suspending under the boat or right up on top of the boat, kind of mooching on the hull. So it's yeah, like one or 2 hops on the bottom and then pick it up and cast again. So like I've just done there, flick at the back of the boat, and then I'm just watching the line as it's sinking. If a fish takes it on the drop, your line will stop moving, like it's hit the bottom, and you think, oh, that's hit the bottom too early, or it'll start swimming off if they've taken it.
Like the one you did over there.
Yeah, like the last one I caught.
What colour have you got on there?
I got Pippi, named after my dog. Not really. Little we've done 3 kind of mussel shell inspired colours. So something a bit different. We've actually taken all the mouldings off the side. So kind of we're able to make kind of a 2-part mould that we can have gill plates and eyes when we want it for a fish colour. But when we want to do these shell colours, we can just have a nice clean side and then digital print on the side of it, the kind of striations of a mussel shell.
So to Tom's point, so that's the one with the gill plate and eyes on them?
Yeah, so Taka's got one with the extra features, and then when we do the mussel shell colours, we basically flatten it off and then put it through a printer, and it prints on the mussel shell pattern. So pretty cool.
We gotta put that in the film now. Alright. Just to prove that Tom knows Japanese. Finally. It's been a little quiet, but moved the spot, fishing off the bridge. I think I'm going to stick to this green.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh no, here's a better one. Get out of there.
You got him.
Finally. See that? Lucky green. I'm telling you. I think Tom made a right call. Coming to a spit bridge, just fishing in the current. Okay. Better one for the day. Hopefully we get a little bit more than this. Let's keep going. Woo.
Oh, that's big. That's a good one. Somehow opened up a game in my pocket.
Better fish.
Yeah.
Chunky.
Yeah, he's not a big one, but definitely better than what we've been getting. It's on another one of the shell patterns. It's oyster colour. Nice fish. Another one. All right, so a bit of a spot change. We've been to actually a couple of places, a bit of a slow day, but went to the Spit Bridge and got a few fish there, fishing the reflexes deep on the pylons. So it really kind of shows the versatility of the lure. It sinks, relatively fast, but it's the way it sinks that allows it to be fished in shallow water like this. So we've moved back up the system now, fishing some boats right next to the boat ramp. And I'm actually seeing quite a lot of fish on the hulls itself and on forward facing. So hopefully we'll be able to catch a few more off the boats on the reflex and finish off the day up here. So we'll see how we go. There's fish on this one too. Yeah, many fish. Oh, many, many, many fish. All spooked to the bottom. You found fish now, they're still not biting.
Full moon.
Yeah, pretty good.
John was like, I can't believe you guys went out in full moon. There's a bite.
Yeah, except for that one.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't go that way. Little.
It's garfish, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Butter bream and garfish.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There you go. Another one for the day. He was rattling that for a long time too.
All right, so that's us wrapped up for the day, fishing the new INFEET Reflex Vibe. You saw today really kind of versatile lure, was a bit of a tough day today, but we did catch probably a dozen or so fish, nothing outstanding, but really cool little vibration lure. Has a very unique kind of shimmy fall on the drop. Makes it very versatile whether you're fishing up under boats like you saw us today, or out as deep as 35, 40 foot on the Spit Bridge. So not a heap of fish today, but a good day in Middle Harbour. Full moon's always tough, but yeah, it was not a bad day, Taka.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's always good to be out in the water, and especially coming out here with like I guess something that we developed, and it's something that we worked with some different company, which we've never done before. So yeah, it was interesting to, and I had a lot of fun fishing those lures as well. So thanks for coming out, Tom.
Yeah, it was good. So you can find the INFEET Reflex Vibes in stores now. All the details as usual on the website. So make sure you head over there and check them out. And if you're in for a few vibes for winter, check out the new INFEET Reflex.